Good afternoon, Minot Sports fans, or evening, whenever you are listening. Welcome back to episode 15 of the Minot Sports Podcast, brought to you by KMSU TV and Radio and Joshua Strong Photography. So as I mentioned yesterday, I had something special planned. Well, we can now put that into place. Today we have a guest on the show. Joining me is Roxanne. I'm so sorry. How do I pronounce your last name?
Roxanne Ines.
All right, we have Roxanne Ines. She is a freshman broadcasting major and a member of the MSU softball team, where they just opened up their new season in Las Vegas this past weekend. And Roxanne, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Tired from the long trip, but it was well worth the travel.
I bet. Was it really warm down there?
Yes, it was definitely high 60s, and then at night it would go down to the 40s. It was a little chilly, but we didn't have to bundle up as we do here, so.
Awesome. So we are delighted to have you on board. So Roxanne, I wanted to start off with the usual by asking, can you tell the listeners a little bit about yourself and what position do you play?
So I'm a freshman here at Minot State, and I got recruited to be a lefty pitcher. I also play outfield.
Sweet. And did you mention, are you redshirting this year?
No, I am playing.
Alrighty, so as I looked on the rosters of the softball team on social media, I did not see your name on there as far as, the starting lineups went. Did you get any playing time as the games went on?
I did not start any games, but I didn't close either, but I was, right on in the middle.
Okay.
For pitching, they didn't want me to get exposed as much because the coach wants me to be kind of like their little secret because I am left-handed and I am the only new pitcher on the staff right now. So it's just best right now that I just take little by little the experience I'm getting on the mound, but save what I have for later on in the season.
Sweet. So you're kind of like their utility pitcher, kind of?
Yes. I'm the only lefty on the team, so
oh, wow.
I am very different from the other right-handed pitchers. So it's like a different aspect and different view.
Nice. So, yeah, I asked because I know every team is different. I know MSU women's basketball, they started playing their bench players or their players that don't get a whole lot of playing time. So just kind of curious on that. So how long have you been pitching, or have you ever been at any other positions at all?
Originally, I wanted to play college ball as an outfielder. But then Minot State came and looked at me and saw that I could pitch and how different I was from any other pitcher they saw and that they were recruiting. And as soon as they started talking to me about becoming a pitcher and doing it as like a first position rather than a second, it really drew my attention. And just I wanted to start pitching more, so I came.
Awesome. So even if you didn't get much reps, just overall, what was the experience like in Vegas, going to Vegas down there?
The energy from Vegas and just being on the field for basically the first time was electrifying. Our team just has great chemistry on and off the field, and it really shows on the field. And we're just so united, and even though we should have won, I believe, all 5 games, the games that we didn't win, they were so close, and it was just nail-biting to watch, and we just learned so much from the games that we didn't win, and it was just great because now we know.
And remind the audience, what teams did you guys play, if you can recall?
If I can recall, I know we played Simona. I don't know the names really, but then Simona, then St. Martin's, and that's really all I can remember, but
Alrighty, yeah,
just teams from all over the valley, they were just crazy.
Teams in the desert area, kind of.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, great stuff. So I know it's a fresh start for you now, moving on up to the college level, and you're greeted by, certain coaches and such. But when it comes to Nat Wagner, he's in a new position this year for the program, first-year head coach, fresh start for him as well. What has it been like working with him, and also what's the message going around the team, with the experienced veterans that had to go through this coaching change?
So I did not get recruited by Coach Wagner. I got recruited by the coach before him, which was Coach Kivett. But when coming into the team, I didn't know what to expect because I have never met Coach Wagner prior to coming to North Dakota. But from what I've got from him from the past in the off season was that he's really there for the girls and he wants the best and he wants to win. And I feel like that is so different from any other team that I've been on. The urge to win and the need to win from him is insane. Like, if we do one thing wrong in practice, we're not leaving till we get it right. And that is different because I feel like other coaches, they're like, oh, we'll get it tomorrow. Oh, or like it will come along. But with Wagner, it's like we're getting it done right now and it needs to be perfect.
Great stuff on the coach. So going over to the older players, kind of talk on how have they helped you in this transition?
So in the beginning of the season, what Coach Wagner did, which was brilliant, was pair everybody from the older girls and pair them with a new girl that had the same position as them. So my bigger sister per se was Zoya, and she is a sophomore pitcher. And even though she's only a year older than me, from her experience and from what her knowledge on the team, we just have such a comforting, I guess, environment. So I can really go up to any of the older girls and talk to them about adjusting to college or playing time if I'm struggling to find somewhere. Everyone is able to talk to everyone, which is a great thing to have on a team.
It's good team bonding. So just kind of a general question. What's it like practicing in the bubble?
I'm not going to lie, it's definitely weird from coming from a warm environment. Every single time you enter the bubble, your ears just pop because of the weird air pressure, I guess you can say. And it is cold. I know a bubble, obviously it's way colder outside, but on the inside you still have to wear long sleeves, and I wear sweatpants over my uniform just so I can keep my heat in because I am not used to this cold weather at all. But it is fun and sometimes aggravating at times because the lighting is sometimes really weird in there because it's artificial light. So sometimes it's hard to see the perception of the ball. And then a lot of the freshmen have come from California or Arizona, and not having dirt there and replacing it with turf is a really weird adjustment because the ball doesn't take weird hops or it goes faster, and it's just a different read off of the field. So it's different, but at the end of the day, I feel like we've all adjusted really well, and it's good.
Nice. And although I kind of checked over the schedule already, I see you guys have your home opener this week. Can you just remind the audience of when you guys play again and who, if you remember off the top of your head?
Yeah, I think we are going to be playing. I can actually probably pull up my schedule real quick because I have it. But it's this Saturday and Sunday. We have the bubble invite, and basically.
Yeah, because I remember the team had a few invites. I know with a few other NSIC clubs, so that's pretty common.
Yeah, I have it right here. So we're playing Bemidji State and then Black Hill State and the University of Minnesota Crookston. And so Bemidji is at 1 on Saturday, and Black Hills is on Saturday as well at 5. And then Sunday we close with University of Minnesota Crookston at 3 p.m.
Well, there you have it, audience. Be sure to come out and support MSU softball. Some nice information. Once again, the Minot Sports Podcast is brought to you by KMSU TV and Radio and Joshua Strong Photography. Roxanne, I just want to thank you so much for being on the show today. Lots of great news and info to share about. And, of course, over here on the podcast, we will take the softball season with great interest. So thank you.
Thank you.
That was Roxanne from MSU Softball, and so I want to thank you guys for checking out this special edition of the Minot Sports Podcast. I hope to see you guys tonight at the Minot High sporting events going on with Minot High boys and girls basketball, and also the battle between MSU commits between O'Malley Esslinger and Riley Ball in WDA girls hockey. And so I will be back in the studio again tomorrow, so you guys have a good rest of your Tuesday, and take care as always.